It's game time on The Score, the place for local winter high school sports. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we're your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet. Our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union. Building lifelong relationships. Get connected. Stay connected. KVFCU. Invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland. Teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care. 216 Main Street, Waterville. Your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second generation family owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. Now let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
Not quite Mike Violet yet. AJ Knight, Coach John Coughlin here with you tonight, Mansfield Gymnasium at Winslow. We made the trek across the bridge, so you don't have to, as we get to see one of the premier girls high school basketball programs take the trip down here to Winslow for this one tonight. Mike Violet's still needing a few more days, so he's going to stay on the IR a smidge longer. But, Coach, I got to admit, as someone who I'm not even been in Maine for 3 years, I've become quite partial when it comes to girls basketball to the Lawrence basketball program.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's been on a very dominant stretch, still hasn't lost this year. But it would not be ridiculous to say that the premier girls basketball program in the state of Maine, especially over the last 3 years, is these Oceanside Mariners.
You know, when you look at this club, they're not the biggest club, but they may have the best athletes in the state. They're all over the court. They're very strong. They shoot well. Transition game is excellent. Defense just throttles you. They're excellent.
Yeah, I mean, look no further than the fact that this year, full panic mode, getting to see Oceanside the first time. They're 8-2. You think, AJ, why is 8-2 such a big deal? Because let me read you their last 4 seasons. 22-0 last year, state champs. 20-1 the year before, state runner-up. 20-0 the year before that, state champs. 13-0 in the COVID year, state champions. That means over the last 4 years, they've lost as many games as they've lost this season. That being said, this Oceanside team is still incredibly strong.
We were talking about feeder programs and lack thereof. This town has feeder programs.
Yeah.
Rockland probably, that's Oceanside, probably has the best youth basketball program in the state. Always has, always will. Big recreation, and they're always going to have great girls basketball teams.
Ironically enough, I actually can validate that, Mike, and I have done that PAL tournament they have right before the start of the spring high school season in the Lawrence gyms, and Oceanside, Rockland, they call them both, but generally has done very well, specifically the girls teams at, I want to say, the 4th and 5th grade level. So I have seen the fact that their feeder programs are solid.
And, AJ, just equally as strong was Georges Valley High School, who was in the combining to make it Oceanside East. So you've combined two of the better basketball programs historically in the state of Maine into one. And guess what? They are going to win state championships.
They look certainly primed to this Oceanside team. Started 1-2 on the season, which included a loss to Coney at Coney, 49-47. That Coney team we know is good. They knocked off Lawrence last year. Very good team. Then they lost 49-41 to Campton Hills, who they've since played again and beaten them. So they've avenged that loss, and they have been on an absolute tear of it recently because on the season, Coach, they average 58 points per game, give up 42. In their first 3 games, they started 1-2. They scored 51, gave up 49, right? Close. In the last 7, which they've won, they score 61. They don't even give up 40.
Those are powerful statistics at this time of the year because they're coming into their tournament focus.
Right.
They're starting to get prepared for yet another state championship. They've been through this before, and they know how to come off the January break.
Again, 4 straight seasons of a state championship appearance. They've won 3 of the last 4. They lost 2 years ago. On the other side for Winslow, unfortunately, the opposite. This team has really struggled to gather wins over the last few seasons, 1-11 coming into this evening. I know, Coach, you talked with some of the coaches as we got set up here before we got on air. A super young team, a ton of freshmen on this Black Raiders varsity roster.
Never seen it before. 7 freshmen on a Class B roster. And, AJ, it's good and it's bad. There's good things and there's bad things. But, these freshmen are going to be playing, and they have already, against some of the better players in the state. They're only going to get better.
Right.
What does that do for their morale as they continue to get pounded? Well, hopefully the coach is teaching them our years are to come. The best thing about the freshmen is they're going to become seniors.
I say that all the time. The best thing about freshmen, they become sophomore. No seniors on this team, so this roster have a chance, hopefully, to gel and figure some things out. But this Winslow program just currently not in a fun stretch for them. They've only accumulated 4 total wins over the last 3 seasons. It's always good, though, the one win they have this season. Always good to beat your rival. Their one win, they beat Waterville.
Well, their leading players are freshmen.
Right.
They're getting court time. They're doing well. They're contributing. So, as a freshman, this club could be one in the future that we're going to be seeing a lot of.
We'll see. They'll get a tough test tonight, obviously, playing the perennial state champion appearance, or generally the state champion winner in the Oceanside Mariners. And we, of course, here for Tuesday night basketball, want to wish Mike Violet well and also let you know that high school sports on the score is made possible by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. And Dan Ford's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation, family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield with all your grocery and shopping needs. Coach, if I may, obviously we didn't just award you that moniker because of your kind personality, your great advice you give. You did do some experience, so you put your coaching hat on. You're the Winslow coach tonight.
Yeah.
You've got a prohibitive favorite coming down to your building on a Tuesday night. How do you go about attacking this Oceanside team, or what's the message to the Winslow Black Raiders?
The first thing I would have done is I would have gone on eBay and looked for a time machine so I could bring the freshmen to seniors. But in actuality, this game's got to be ugly for them to stay in it.
Right.
You got to have turnovers. You got to be sloppy. There's got to be a lot of fouls. You got to shoot halfway well. But at the same time, AJ, you've got to get the game into a 40-point game.
Right.
And I don't think Oceanside is capable of scoring just 40 points. But somehow, by slowing the ball down, taking the time on the offense, you can't come down and just throw it up.
Yeah.
You've got to pass. Maybe everybody's got to touch the ball. Maybe that's the gimmick that you used before you start to attack the basket. But this has got to get down into a 40-point game. And into the fourth period, they've got to be able to see the lead. I mean, it can't be 30 or 40 points.
Hang around.
They don't have the scoring ability to do that. So slow it down, take your time, and get into a low-scoring game.
That's always an interesting question when it comes to high school sports because, as you said, a predominantly freshman lineup. And, look, we've all been there as kids. What's the one thing you can't – you don't have patience. But I think it'll be interesting to see if they can apply that tonight because I think that's a sound strategy. Can you be patient?
Anytime I had a team that was this kind of, we're not going to win, I would tell the kids to play physical. Now, initially, the referees are going to call everything.
Right.
But actually, AJ, as the game goes along, they're not going to keep calling it. So you tell your teams to come out of the locker room, play physical, and foul, because eventually they won't call them. That's what you do.
There you go, the Coach Coughlin advice for all you high school coaches out there. They ain't going to call everything.
No.
It's the Rick Mahorn philosophy.
That
You'll get
works,
caught
AJ.
occasionally, but they ain't going to catch all of it.
I hate to say it, but it works.
We've got Oceanside, the Mariners, down here in Winslow tonight to take on the Winslow Black Raiders in girls basketball. Of course, we are all over the place all the time. We've got an off day tomorrow. Thursday, talk about a big game, Coach. Messalonsky and Coney boys hockey getting together in the ice vault. Woo, buddy.
I'm watching that one for you.
That is a big one on Thursday. Saturday, we've got this Winslow High School girls hockey hosts Biddeford. That'll be in the ice vault. And then this Oceanside team, you want to talk about a big-time matchup? Next Monday, Oceanside Mariners at Lawrence Bulldogs.
Oh, boy.
Talk about two good ones. So we're looking forward to that. Of course, check our schedule anytime. CentralMainSports.com, 1160thescore.com, Central Maine Sports, 1160 across all our social media. And then never forget to find Central Maine Sports on YouTube, especially if you're making a trip to the game. You got family at home that can't watch it. That's what Central Maine Sports on YouTube's for. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because then you'll get updated every time we are live and broadcasting or anything else that we do. But that is what it's there for, because it is always free. We have got 8-2 Oceanside on the road at 1-11 Winslow. We will step aside, come back, get to the lineups, get to the tip. It's Tuesday night girls basketball, high school basketball. You're listening and watching on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day one. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Hey, Jeanette, Coach Conflin here with you in Mansfield Gymnasium at Winslow High School, starting with the lineups for the Oceanside Mariners. Number 4, Riley Beaudry. Senior, number 10, Kayla Baines. Senior, number 11, Aubriana Hoos. Senior, number 12, Grace Mackey. Sophomore, and Renee Ripley, the junior. Renee Ripley going to tip off against Kelty Pooler, the sophomore center. There's also Amira Ryu, the junior, Emma Fales, the freshman, Isabel Lubier, the sophomore, and Bailey Richard, the freshman.
And again, AJ, no real size advantage for Oceanside. Let's see how Winslow does inside.
And the ref flinched, and we'll do it again. This is 2 straight games where you and I have had a violation on the tip, right?
You've never seen that in your life.
Oceanside controls. There's a quick 3. That one off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound grab by Kayla Baines, but take it away now. Winslow a chance to put up the first points of the game. Handling it, here's Bailey Richard on the right shoulder. Crossover, gets to the paint. Open. Now they swing it around back to the top. Emma Fales holds at the left shoulder.
Oceanside in a man-to-man.
Gets by her defender. Little floater. Left that one short off the front rim. Pooler picks it up.
Nice job.
And then kind of just didn't get anything on that. And then we're going to get Fales trying to play some defense on the rebound, touches it while standing out of bounds.
And we talked about strategies. You don't press if you're Winslow. You fall back into a zone that makes the ball in the time run off the clock a little bit more.
Bringing it up for the Mariners and handing it off over to Grace Mackey. She's going to pull it out here. As, like you said, Coach, Winslow in that zone. They try to go inside, and a foul there. Got the errant pass. Unfortunately, I think Pooler's going to get called here, as you see on the Mid-State Machine Instant Replay. Sorry, scratch that. Bailey Richard for a little bit of a push in the back.
Not much.
I'm with you.
Not much.
But you said, right, you foul earlier, and they stopped calling it.
Yeah. Well,
inbounds here. That one poked away. Winslow got a chance. Can't quite save it. That one was tipped. And so the Mariners recover here. Pressure, there's Grace Mackey. She gives it up. They go into the paint, back out Mackey's shoulder, swings it over. That's Hoos for 3.
Nice
Splash.
job. Great reversal, great shooter. Aubrey Hoos, she's had a few championship games.
Again, very experienced roster when it comes to state championships. Winslow looking for the response, down 3-0. Got to kick it out. Fales got it at the left shoulder. She's going to get a screen here from Richard. Can't shake her defender. Now she tries to go to the left side. And she's going to kick it back out to Ryu. Winslow moving around the perimeter, just looking for an opening. Screen there for Richards, nothing doing, so they run the weave again at the top, trying to step through Lubier. Gets to the free throw line and kicks it back out. They're going to reset here with Fales at the top of the key. Fales goes that right hand, lowers, gathers, too strong. Great move there. Just didn't get it off the right spot of the glass. Winslow had the offensive rebound, and then I think knocked away by Ripley.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, take that back. The baseline ref said it was still Winslow.
I thought so, and there's confusion here for sure.
Take a quick look here. It's tough to see. You got a lot of bodies in the way, but the baseline ref did say Winslow ball.
Yeah, I thought so too.
All right, as it stands, 3-0 Oceanside. They get the ball back. Who's has it poked away? Oceanside a little sloppy here to start.
Yeah.
They run the weave again. Winslow in this zone, trying to get baseline. Nice little pass in the paint. Jumper too strong. That one just a little bit off to too strong by Renee Ripley. So Winslow, chance to respond here again. Still just 3-0 Mariners.
They're coming off that big emotional win against Camden. And, that was a big emotional game for them to come back and win.
3-ball on the way short. Long rebound gathered up there by Kayla Baines for Oceanside, but she throws it away. Fails handle, steps across half court. Got to watch out for the trap here. Keeps her dribble. Now she's pinned against the sideline. Got to watch steps. She has it taken away. Coach need to take a timeout there. Quickly going the other way to the Oceanside. Nice little pass off for Ripley, who rims it in.
Typically, seniors will take the ball away from freshmen at this level. They just will. They're not as strong. Emma Fales is the real deal. She's a player.
Oceanside starting to extend some pressure here. Now going baseline. Got to watch that forearm there for Lubier. Now she gets trapped, goes down to a knee, just tries to get rid of it, and that's an easy turnover for Oceanside.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. We got to limit the turnovers if you're Winslow, and just get the ball on the perimeter.
Quick sub here as Ryu takes a seat for the Black Raiders. Natalie Hussey in for Winslow. 5 minutes to go here in this first. It's 5-0 Oceanside.
Another freshman.
And there's a ton of them, as we said. Running the weave up top. Mackey's going to get bumped. That one's going to go against Lubier.
Yeah, and AJ, back to my philosophy here. That official will get tired of calling that.
We'll find out. Let's see how much Winslow commits to your philosophy.
Yeah.
So exactly 5 minutes left. 5-0 lead for the Mariners. Inbounds pass to who's they get it over the corner. Open shot for Mackey. That one just short. Long rebound. Couldn't be gathered by Beaudry. Couldn't save it. She steps on the sideline going back to Winslow.
The one thing that Oceanside does very well is you'll notice when the shot goes up, every girl has their hands up going to the offensive board. Their arms are raised. That's been taught, and that's a great technique.
Nice down low pass. And putting that one in up off the glass, Hussey, who just checked in on a nice little fast break.
That's great coaching there. Find the player, put her in, she scores.
Somebody just had a feeling.
Yep.
Oceanside up 5-2 here. So Winslow just got their first bucket. And there's Who's. Now they swing it around the perimeter. Open three-pointer on the way from Beaudry. She tickled the twine. Unfortunately left it short. That shot blocked. And Pooler grabs the rebound.
Well, defensively, they're doing a good job. Oceanside's getting the ball to the shooter. They just can't find the hoop right yet.
Yeah, Oceanside a little off. Winslow's forced a few turnovers. Can they find some offense? Fails there.
Freshman.
Dribbles it in between her feet. Loses it. Easy turnover going the other way. Put that up and in as Who's.
Yeah, and coach is going to say, Emma, don't cross it in front of a defender.
Yeah, especially, again, an Oceanside team you know is very strong defensively. So we get a quick timeout from Winslow. Oceanside on top, 7-2, 4 minutes to go here in the fourth. Take a quick timeout. You're listening and watching high school basketball on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Hey, J-Night, Coach Coughlin here with you for Tuesday night basketball. Winslow Black Raiders hosting the Oceanside Mariners. After the Winslow timeout, they find themselves trailing 7-2 with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Hussey, who's got the basket, looking to inbound, and we've got press here from Oceanside. Trying to trap that pass, immediately thrown away. Turnover to Ripley. She does a bounce pass to Who's. Doesn't like it. Kicks it out. And Winslow does a decent job recovering here, so they've got to reset here for the Oceanside offense. Corner three, wide open. That one off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound. That's blocked. She gets her own board. Who's comes to get it? There's just a scrum of bodies down low, and I think they're going to get 3 seconds.
Yeah, we were calling that over here for him. But, you know, AJ, one of the things that happens here is that Winslow has got to check out. They're not checking out, and Oceanside getting second and third cracks at the hoop.
Winslow got to break this press, got a wide open basket down low, had to regather up off the glass and in.
Nice job by Winslow.
That one in by Silver for Picard in for the first time, and you know what they say, you want to break the press, score against it.
Yep, and a change in their defense now. They've now gone to a 1-2-2 rather than a 2-1-2 to protect outside.
Down low, foul there, and again, Oceanside really trying to get that inside and focus on Ripley, who's got little bit silence, a little bit of size.
Yeah, I mean, of all the girls that are out there, she's 5'8", and
she just plays like a big. That'd be the better way to describe it.
She's got great balance. Great looking free throw shot.
Free throw on the way, wanted to come out, held up on the rim for a second, but falls in.
Good shooters always get those rolls, AJ.
Even on the road, you hate to see it if you're the home team. So that makes it 8-4. Again, sort of an ugly game was what Coach called for. If Winslow wanted to stick in it, the question is going to be, as you said, can you find enough offense?
I'd wait for last shot right now. 3 minutes. I'd wait for – seriously, if you could do it and break this press, I'd wait for last shot.
Winslow got to face this press in. Do get it inbound, knocked away, and another turnover here by Winslow. I think that's already their fourth.
Yeah, anytime Oceanside can press, they're going to. So turnovers, made baskets, those are going to be problems for Winslow.
So Ripley bounce passes in to Stackpole, who's in. Now Who's handles it again. Winslow in this zone. Who's over to the left side, picks up her dribble, needs help. Swings it over to Addie Poland. Now they're going to go down low to Ripley. Gets surrounded by defenders. She kicks it out. Now they're moving around. Who's drives from left shoulder, goes around her defender. A great move, strong off the glass. Pooler gets the board. Now needs to get rid of it, and break there.
That's a good call, AJ, because the bump caused her to travel, and she got the call.
I'd say good thing it was a foul. Obviously, she took steps there, but the foul was the reason for the steps. But the problem is you go back to a dead ball situation, and so Oceanside going to put their press back in place.
Yeah.
So Winslow has had a little bit of success. Both their buckets have come off of getting away from this pressure. They've struggled recently.
Let things settle a little bit. Don't force it into the defense.
That pass, Aaron, it is picked up by Ripley. She's going to pass it up to Who's easily going to be by herself, laid up off the glass and in.
And that's 7 points for Hoos right now.
And again, coming really easy is, again, Winslow's just got to mitigate some of these mistakes. Trapped in the backcourt again. We're going to get a foul. Now, Coach, looks like maybe Oceanside applying a little bit of your theory. We keep pressing, and eventually they'll stop.
Yeah, well, that's the reverse side of that.
11-4, Oceanside on top. 2:28 to go here in the first quarter. Some more subs for Winslow. Subbing in is Emma Fales back in, and then in for the first time tonight, Catherine Wall.
Yeah, you got to get Fales in there because if she's going to break the press, she's got to have a hand on the ball.
You got to keep your heads up, too. Trying to break this
nice
press.
Job.
Richard gets across half court, finds it down low. A little unselfish, but we get a jump shot, and that is up and in again by Hussey.
4 points for Natalie.
Yeah, Winslow navigating it all right, breaking that press. That one tipped away. Pooler takes it after trying to get an insert pass that gets knocked out of bounds, and Winslow unfortunately turns it right back over.
Yeah, that's a tough break right there. Great defensive play, but, Oceanside with the great fast hands, they're going to get a hand on that. Knocked it off.
Poland checks out, and checking back in is Grace Mackey, who's inbounding, trying to get it low to Ripley. Pooler got a piece of that. Fales had it for a second, couldn't quite gather. It's going to stay with Oceanside. Ripley fakes the three from the shoulder, drives baseline, kicks it back out to Mackey. Mackey drives to the free throw line. Who's open left corner? Three! Too strong. Ripley's able to track down the long rebound again, so Oceanside sets back up. Ripley kicks it over to Who's on the shoulder. She can drive left shoulder, stops in the paint, floater, in and out. Ripley tracks down another rebound. This one on Mackey, shoulder three, and
listen, if you don't check out, grab a rebound, they will continue to shoot until they score.
And there, Oceanside takes advantage of multiple offensive boards to extend their lead to 14-6. Winslow breaks the press, unfortunately tries to throw it down low, and it's immediately stolen away. Ripley's going to handle here for the Mariners. Up to Who's, nobody steps to her right shoulder three. Nope, traveled. She can't believe it. I'll take a look at the Mid-State Machine instant replay here.
She stepped, maybe, yeah.
I could see the reason for a call. She did take a dribble in between.
Yeah.
She just got the explanation, which she doesn't like. Of course, thank you to a Mid-State Machine who make us look right more often than not. Looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com.
AJ, you got to get someone deep to break the congestion of the defense. All the Winslow players start their press breaker at half court.
Fales nearly throws that one away, but it's gathered up by Hussey. Now Winslow trying to take advantage of a little bit unsettled situation. Can't. Right-handed dribble, that's going to be a double or travel. Unfortunately, getting caught in the paint, taking a little bit of a bump is Lubier, who just didn't have anywhere to go with it. Another sub here for the Black Raiders as Grace Melvin checks back in.
What they're getting caught, AJ, is they're getting caught. They're not going with their game plan. They're forcing. They're going to the hoop as quickly as they can, and this ball game is still reachable.
14-6, 52 seconds left here in the first. Oceanside on top. Ripley comes out to get it on the
nice
shoulder.
Job.
Baseline, Mackey all by herself. Hits another three.
Great job. Great back screen to get Mackey, who's the three-point shooter. Get her the ball.
That's for sure. Second, I believe she's got 3. Winslow's got a chance here to get a point, some points here before the end of the quarter. 35 seconds, fails, drives in the paint, has to pick up her dribble. She's cut off there. Needs help. Going to be a 5-second. That one's thrown and knocked back to her. Now she's able to dribble out as she had that one knocked back. 22 seconds left. Looking for some help here. This pressure from Oceanside is relentless.
Yep.
And that one just taken away. She exposed the ball. Who's takes it? She's got Mackey with her, but she's able to outrun the defense and lay it up and in.
Senior freshman.
Again, very experienced Oceanside team. Just 6 minutes left here in this first quarter. Melvin gets it in. She's dribbling there, and then it'll just run out the quarter there. So at the start, Coach, Winslow forced a couple of turnovers, but they just couldn't do much with them. After one, it's 19-6. The Mariners on top. We'll be back for the second quarter of high school basketball on the score after this.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Time for a first quarter breakdown on the score. In the first quarter, started kind of slow for Oceanside, struggled to find the bottom of the net, able to take advantage, though, of some Winslow turnovers. I think create some easy offense, and that allowed them to settle into their rhythm. Coach, points, what do you got?
Yeah, well, it was 7-2, AJ, going into that. And Winslow was playing well. Defensive slides were great. They didn't check out, and they hurried on offense, and that allowed the scorers, Aubrey Hoos, who finished the first quarter with 9, and Grace Mackey with 7. They just lit it up.
That is the 201 service quarter breakdown, first quarter breakdown, 201 service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Winslow ball here to start, trailing 19-6. Just need to find some rhythm on offense. Handling it here from the right shoulder. And that is Isabel Loubier, dribbles it in low, and then pulling it back out is Richard.
And that's a good job right there. Reset the offense.
Dribbles baseline, kicks it over, fails, had a chance at a shot, dribbles a little closer, push shot, a little bit too strong, and Hoos picks up the rebound. This Oceanside team could quickly run, but Hoos loses the dribble. Just a little bit of lack of focus
Well, he
there.
gave it to Oceanside. It's not Oceanside's ball.
I got to take a quick look here in the mid-state
dribbled
machine
it out of
instant replay.
bounds.
Even her reaction ought to tell you it
Look,
wasn't
they're
her.
all laughing. Oh, my goodness.
That's a bad call. We got a takeaway here.
Great play.
A travel. They're showing you the replay.
Loubier with a great defensive play, though, AJ. She came up.
Still fighting.
Yeah.
A little frustration from the Winslow side. That one tipped away again. As all of a sudden, Loubier finding some defensive intensity, knocks that one back out of bounds as Oceanside struggling.
That could be the worst call I've seen this year. I'm sorry, but I have to put it up there with him. She just dribbled the ball out of bounds.
Hoos picks up her dribble here way out at the timeline. She's going to get it back as they try to swing it down to the corner, and that one through the hands of Riley Beaudry. And again, this is what we saw at the beginning of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Oceanside just not totally locked in.
But they are locked in on the press. And again,
their defense has been
all
solid.
5 Winslow are over half court. You got to get someone up over the half court.
Trying to break the fails. Going to get a push here. Again, that Winslow press, like you said, Coach,
Relentless.
This is a really relentless, obviously, defensive team, and Winslow is struggling to handle it. They got a foul there.
It's all about hands and feet. Their hands and feet are so quick, much quicker than Winslow is able to handle.
That one nearly thrown away, and now it's turned over. Mackey ends up with it. Here's Who's in transition again. Fails back. Tied her up, so she's got to pull it out. Mackey for 3 again. She's got it again.
That's her 3rd 3 of the night and 10 points in the game.
She has been on fire from 3, already 3 from deep. That one, a nice job. Who's finding her in transition? Winslow needing to find some offense, trailing 22-6. Down low, fails. Decent look, too strong. Offensive rebound finds Beaudry, puts it up and in.
And a nice job to put back by Loubier. Was that Isabel?
Yeah, I was wrong. It was. I was going to wait, but yes, Loubier.
I'll tell you, she's making plays out there. Loubier.
Locked in a little bit on defense. Again, nice job passing. The shot was there for Beaudry if she wanted as they play pass back and forth against the zone. Who's gets into the paint. Nice bounce pass to Mackey. All by herself, but she missed it. Didn't go off the glass, went up and over. So now Winslow not having to deal necessarily with that set pressure. Fails, nice crossover, gets herself free, stops free throw line jumper, fouled.
Emma Fales is the real deal. Takes the ball to the hoop strong as a freshman. She doesn't fear anything. I like that talent.
Nice. Again, that's not having to deal with that set situation. Fails makes a move in the backcourt. She's free, and she draws a foul, so she'll go to the line here with 2 shots.
And what I like about a freshman guard, she's not afraid to take it into the middle.
Yes.
And get hit.
That's free throw on the way. She hits that. Always love seeing free throws be made. Checking in for the Mariners.
Particularly by your point guard.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt Ripley because you think they're going to be handling the ball late. So taking a seat for Oceanside is Addie Poland. Ripley checks back in. Was pretty effective on the offensive glass there in the back half of the first quarter. Fails, got a second free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim. Rebound picked up by Mackey. Ripley gets it quickly up to Hoosh. She's on the left shoulder already. Nobody there. She's got to wait and hold up. She finds Mackey. Now to Ripley in the paint by herself. Jumps out off the inside of the rim. Rebound grabbed there by Amara Rue.
Oceanside well coached because you see them make great decisions. They don't force.
Nice drive here. That one blocked. We're going to get a player control foul.
Good call, AJ.
And I think that's exactly the right call. You're going to see here set feet. Nice job. And again, unsurprisingly, Mackey. She got there, got her feet set.
Yeah, great defensive play. You know, if Mike gets rid of you, AJ, I could see you wearing a striped shirt out here. You're pretty darn good.
Look, I have the benefit of being critical when necessary. Don't give enough compliments to those that wear the stripes because they do a heck of a difficult job.
Sometimes. Sorry, AJ.
Move it over into the corner. Handling there's Beaudry. Back out to Ripley. We're going to get a foul. Is that away from the ball?
No, that's going to be on Beaudry. Lubier. Yeah.
See, that's my fault. I said that.
Well,
different teams.
You know, Lubier plays aggressive defense, and that's unfortunate that the others don't because she gets called anytime she plays aggressive defense.
Unfortunately, yeah, she's going to check out and definitely was locked in. She gets some coaching here, but I think had a little bit of spark there. So
you're darn right.
Oceanside keeps the ball with a 13-point lead. Who's got it at the top? Drives over the free throw line. Mackey thinks about it. Not a ton of space. She'll pull it out and move it over to the left side as they run the weave.
Their defensive slides, Winslow, are excellent.
Trying to find Ripley inside. Missed her again. Unfortunately for Winslow, couldn't grab the loose balls. It's off Hussey, so it's going to stay with the Mariners. Again, not an overly locked-in Oceanside team. A little sloppy.
Playing it like a scrimmage. It's the feel they have coming into this.
Baines checks out, and Abby Stackpole in for the Mariners.
She's a player.
Inbounding is Who's into Ripley. Immediately gets triple team, has it knocked away, but Mackey picks it up. She's going to pull it out, swings it over to Beaudry. Open shoulder three, short. Rebound grabbed by Pooler. Pooler immediately gets swarmed. She's able to get it to Fails. And Fails hesitation there. Now she's got to run against Ripley.
Yeah, don't
Picked
stop.
Up her dribble.
You can't pick up your dribble there.
Get tied up in a jump ball. And that's exactly the case there. Again, just a little bit swarmed, and
that's a freshman mistake.
Didn't panic there and picked up the dribble, which, of course, allows Oceanside to pin her against that sideline.
Yep.
So it's going to go back over to the Mariners. 22-9, Oceanside on top with 4:53 here to go in the half. Mackey pops out to get it on the shoulder. You got to travel. Hold on.
I believe this.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
I don't know about that one.
No, that's an interesting
I didn't
call.
see a feature. Coach letting us know.
He's got
all right, fair enough, Coach.
We got a dialogue with him right now.
We'll get him in.
He heard me say
Fails, dribbles, gets it into the timeline here. Guarded closely by Who's. Now Winslow trying to run some offense. And here for the Black Raiders is Neto, and taken away by Who's again. She's got Ripley with her. Stops, pops the jumper, short. Fails, comes back and gets the rebound. Guarded here by Ripley. And the other thing, too, Coach, talking about Ripley plays like a big, moves her feet well. So you see her here against the guard.
Awesome.
Coach going to call a timeout here as Fails is trapped in the
they
back.
weren't going to get it up over.
No, and again, Winslow just struggling against Oceanside, especially set. But there you see, just even in an unsettled situation, Oceanside just does a nice job moving their feet, making it challenging.
They absolutely do. They make it look easy. Their slides. But the biggest thing, again, AJ, is that they play defense with their hands up.
Right.
And it makes them bigger. And they turn and go to the defensive boards with their hands up. Winslow is doing a great job defensively. I mean, this is not a one-sided game.
High school sports on the score brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees. Cars and trucks cost you less. Online, cmautogroup.com. And 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. So Winslow now got to beat this press. Calling timeout. Set situation here. Handling here is Hussey. Hussey gets up over the right side, keeps her dribble, hands off to Fales. Hooch tries to go around her. Fales, tries to take advantage, dribbles left side, cut off there, kicks it out, Pooler at the free throw line, tries to gather. Whew. Watch that shuffle, three-pointer on the way, and put it in.
I like it. Tenley Nato.
That one in as Pooler does a nice job getting into the paint, drawing defense and kicking. That cuts it, 10 points, 22-12, Oceanside. Down low, going to get a foul here going against the Winslow Brack Raiders as that was Stackpool cutting opposite side baseline.
And again, I mean, Winslow doing the right things. I'd like to see them clear it out for Fales to just bring the ball up the court rather than run their press breaker.
Free throw line on the way for Stackpole, nothing but net.
You know, you've got all those bodies and they're trapping the ball and you don't really need to, and it's a man press. Just clear it out.
Second free throw on the way. Stackpole didn't touch anything but the bottom of the twine on that one. Lily Stackpool checks in. That was Abby Stackpool at the free throw line, the sophomore. Lily, the senior, checks in as taking a seat is Beaudry.
I don't think they miss much when they substitute.
They're not a very big roster, but I have yet to see them. I mean, it feels like second starters. So Winslow's got to go here, trying to push it up court and able to get into the front court's Hussey. Now over to Neto, who just hit that three. She pulls it out over to Fales, who's guarding her closely. Fales backs off here. He's going to get a screen from Pooler. Double team. Pooler rolls, but she gets tied up there. Jump ball.
Yeah. Again, pick up your dribble. And again, her teammates are too close to her. Their defensive people are leaving and trapping Emma Fales.
Fales gets it into Neto. Neto at the timeline takes it over to the left side. Screen there. Can't shake any space, so she's going to bring it across court to Hussey. Hussey looking down for Pooler. Pooler couldn't gather. Turnover there as it's picked up by Ripley underneath the basket. Ripley brings it up into the front court. Mackey wants it. Mackey, three, short. That rebound picked up by Oceanside through the hands of Hoos, but she's able to regather here. Goes behind the back at the top of the key. Dribbles in right side. Goes past the defender. Stop, jumper, nails it.
Big time.
That was a tough shot. We got a stoppage here real quick because they got to fix the net. There they do. But that's just a great drive. Pooler just a little bit late on that challenge. She's able to go up and over the big for Winslow. 26-12, Oceanside on top. 3:01 here to go in the first half. Fales collide a little bit there. No call. And here, Hussey picks up the dribble over to Neto. Still not across half court. That one's tipped and stolen. Picked up there by Lily Stackpool. Quickly up to Hoos.
Nice
going to drive baseline. Beats it. Reverse off the glass and in. That was pretty.
That's a highlight film move right there.
That was very pretty. She is devastating. Her specifically in transition. You get it to her. She's going hard to the basket.
She shoots from the corner. She drives the baseline equally as well.
Winslow back into the front court. 28-12 lead for Oceanside. Neto gets in the paint. Banks it in. Bank is open, Coach.
Tell you what, the kids, the young kids are players. I'll tell you, they're a year away from being a legitimate power.
Winslow there goes up off the glass. That's Neto. I think two straight for her for Winslow. It's 28-14. Who's open? Deep three. In and out. Thought that was going to be short. Offensive rebound, though. Oceanside Mackey. She's going to take a deep one. She banks it in.
You called bank.
And her face says everything about it. She knew that one was strong, but hey, it went down. It counts.
And that's her fourth three.
Already 4 threes here the first half. Mackey gets called. She's a little bit frustrated about it, and I think that one, Coach, as much as anything, it's kind of the inverse of what you say.
Well,
she's been hassling, and now
the problem with that, when you get way behind, the officials feel bad for you, and they want to call things for you.
So Hoos picks up the foul there as they'll reset it.
Again, man press, and everybody's up here that leads to trapping.
That one just thrown to nobody. Picked off there by Lily Stackpool. Quickly to Hoos in the corner. Stackpool gets it back on the shoulder, trying to get it to down low. Can't do so. They get it baseline, sprung over to Hoos, and Fales able to jump in front of that pass. Hoos knocked it out temporarily, but Fales stuck at the other free throw line. She gets it to Neto. Still got to get it across court. Stepping across half. I think just in time was Neto, but she picked up her dribble in the worst spot, and now she's just trying to cover up, and we're going to get a jump ball.
Wow. You know, those are things that they're learning by experience, and it's tough.
Checking back in for the Black Raiders is Bailey Richard. Checking out is Tinley Netto. Again, she had, I think, the last 5.
Oceanside encouraged you to bring the ball over half court, and then they trap.
Immediately trapping there. Who's handles here? Gets it over to Mackey. She's got 4 3-pointers. She gets to the top of the key. Nothing doing. Winslow still in this zone. Who's comes back to get it, tries to throw it up and over to Ripley, and Ripley couldn't catch it. And I got to say, Coach, is anything the Mariners have struggled with, it's that in pass to Ripley.
Again, they don't have the height advantage to be able to do that. And defensively,
that Pooler does, yeah.
Pooler's doing a great job
That's
inside.
Fair.
Yeah.
So here's the challenge again. Hussey gets it back after inbounding. Comes up the right side. Going to get a screen there from Ripley, but Hussey picked up her dribble. That one, Winslow sort of got across half court, finds its way to Fales, and then Fales just covers that one back up, and we're going to get a foul on Oceanside.
AJ, the verb, I guess it's a verb, sort of got it over. That was well done.
She bounced past it, and there was nobody there, and then it just sort of found its way across half court to a Winslow player. Problem is, I think, like you said, Coach, you're seeing Winslow, they're so worried about the press. The second they get across half court, they panic, and then they pick up the dribble.
And the coach is worried about the press. If he just back everybody off, they wouldn't be
This
pressing.
one's stolen away by Mackey on the inbounds, takes the contact up off the glass and in.
Mackey now with 15 points.
She is cruising 33-14, Oceanside on top. We've got 52 seconds left. Winslow looking for a bucket. Bump there, and it's lost. Picked up there and handed off to Mackey on the fast break. Up through contact, too strong. That one's batted out and lands in Mackey's hands. Unfortunately, she's standing on the Black Raiders on the baseline, which is out of bounds.
And it may have been Oceanside's ball until she...
I think it was off Winslow.
Yeah.
43 seconds here to go in this first half. 33-14 Oceanside.
Nice job.
Able to get through the presses. Richard has to regather the ball there. Now they hit the turf, or hit the court, excuse me. Hardwood fails. Takes the long 2. That one off the butt of the rim. Rebound comes out to Mackey. Mackey looking for someone to run with her. Poland was with her, but not much else, so she stops it. Ripley's got it. Fake. Drives baseline, gets by one defender. Goes up against Pooler through the contact. No good, but she draws the foul.
Ripley that time made a nice crossover move in front of Pooler, got the baseline, and went up with a strong jump shot. Nice move by Renee.
That was a nice combination with that head fake, too, like she was going to let it go.
Yeah.
So Ripley goes to the line here, stops the clock, 21 seconds here to go in the first half. Oceanside up 33-14 on the Black Raiders.
And she's only a junior.
Ripley's free throw didn't touch anything. She got a second one coming. Pooler takes a seat. Checking in for Winslow is Catherine Wall. I tell you, Coach, I think you could see part of what they have on their roster, that youth really deep into the rotation, kind of getting everybody minutes.
Exactly.
Ripley knocks that one down, so 2-for-2 trip makes it 35-14 Oceanside. That one inbounded to Richard, who's really harassed, able to get by her defender finally. Hussey steps across half court as they go cross court. She dribbles up to the shoulder, keeps her dribble. She's guarded there by Lily Stackpole. That's poked away. Hussey's able to track it back down, but she's all the way in the backcourt. 5 seconds. Fail gets it. Steps across half court. 2 seconds. Stops. Challenge there. Bounce pass off, and there's no shot off, and that is how the first half will come to an end. After 2, it is 35 Oceanside, 14 Winslow. We will get to the second quarter breakdown, halftime, all the highlights, and Coach will have all the stats when we come back. You're listening and watching high school basketball on The Score.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermit and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermit location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, Did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin here with you in Winslow, where at halftime Oceanside finds themselves up 35-14. Time for your second quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. The chances there for Messalonsky, and then Oceanside, I think, kind of, again, locked in offensively, really aided by the fact that Winslow's really struggled with that press, allows Oceanside to create some easy turnovers. But, Coach, you got the numbers. I mean, what does it say?
Yeah, let's look at Oceanside, because they really played, what we thought they would. They shot the ball well. They didn't make many mistakes. And they were led by Aubrey Hoos, who had 13 points. Grace Mackey hit 4 threes and finished the first half with 15. She leads all scorers. Renee Ripley with 5 free throws and 5 points. Abby Stackpole with 2 free throws for 2 and a total of 35 points. They outscored Winslow in that first half 35-14, and Winslow, a lot of kids scored, but they can't really go to one dominant player. Emma Fales had a single free throw for 1 point. Tenley Nato hit a 3 and a 2-pointer in the second period for 5. Isabella Lubier with outstanding defense and aggressive play finished with 2 in the first half. Silver Picard had a bucket for 2, and Natalie Hussey, excellent play inside, finished with 6 in that first half.
Those are some of the numbers. Of course, your second quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. And coaches, we, of course, get to halftime here, brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond Lumber, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations, your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. You know, you talked about making it ugly, using that zone to muck things up, and I think Winslow, in that first half, I think had a couple of chances. Oceanside didn't, I think, come out super sharp. And then in the second quarter, again, Oceanside of that came out a little not quite locked in. Some turnovers, some errant passes. The problem has just been Oceanside has been locked in defensively, and as the first half progressed, it seems like Winslow struggled more and more and more to get into offensive sets.
Anytime a team comes out in a zone, a couple of things happen. One, initially Winslow's slides are excellent. But 2, because when the shot goes up, they're not basically playing a man, they don't check out well.
Yeah.
And what's happening is that Oceanside rebounds offensively very well.
Yeah.
So when they miss a shot, some of the times it bounces to Winslow, but more of the times Oceanside goes and gets the ball.
Well, we saw that with, I think it was Mackey's first three-pointer. I think Oceanside got 4 offensive rebounds on that. And it's the trade-off, right? The zone, you try and cover up for maybe not being able to do strong man-to-man defense, individual defenders, however it is. But the trade-off, to your point, is if there's 2 players occupying a zone for the opposing team, it's hard to box out. You got to be paying it. That's in a detail.
Because Oceanside's playing a perimeter offense, there's a lot of space between. And so what's happening when they don't extend and check out, the Oceanside players are running right into the seams and getting the offensive rebounds. That's why Oceanside rebounds tremendous offensively. Right. And that's talked about throughout the state, how well they rebound offensively.
And again, worth reminding as you talk about that, that's attention to detail. And again, the struggle with the press, also young mistakes. 7 freshmen, on this Winslow varsity roster. Tons of seniors, which means these seniors have been to 3 state championships on the other side for Oceanside, and they've won 2 of them. So just a difference in experience level.
Oceanside would not press if Winslow stops running their press breaker, because it's a man-to-man press breaker, and all 5 Oceanside kids are up with the Winslow players.
Yeah, and they're trapping immediately.
If he dropped 3 players back, they wouldn't press. It's up 21. He's not going to press up 21. And all he has to do is drop his press breaker back to half court, and they won't press.
We'll see if they make that adjustment again. As the first half went on, I think Winslow struggled more and more with that press. And again, I think you saw it mentally start to affect them, because they'd get across half court, pick up the ball, and we got turnover, errant pass, jump ball.
The other big thing about freshmen who Winslow has and upperclassmen who Oceanside has is upper body strength.
Right. Yeah.
And Winslow does not have upper body strength, and they'll need to get into the weight room.
Again, very young Winslow team, very seasoned Oceanside team. They've been to 4 straight state championships. They've won 3 of them, this Winslow team. Program is going through a bit of a downstretch, and again, very, very young Winslow team. But that's the Hammond Lumber halftime, of course, brought to you by Hammond Lumber, your building project partner. 22 locations, Maine and New Hampshire, hammondlumber.com. Also want to thank Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas pellet wood stoves and hardscape products. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville, your site specialist. And Skowhegan, Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. At halftime, the Mariners find themselves up 35-14. We will be back for the third quarter. AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin, here with girls high school basketball on the score.
At High Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin here with you in Winslow. Oceanside up 35-14 over the Winslow Black Raiders as we get ready for the third quarter. High school sports on the score. Happens because Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, cmcc.edu. That's where you need to go to see some of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Also thanks to KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years, and Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price, Route 201 in Skowhegan. Winslow going to start with the ball and starting this second half for the Black Raiders. Fales is going to put it in. Emma Fales. Bailey Richard in the backcourt with her. Isabel Lubier at the free throw line. Amara Rue in as well. And then as well, Kelty Puller. So they're going with their original starting lineup. So
and let's see what any adjustments that may have been made. Oceanside
nice
man-to-man.
spin move
Great
there,
move.
up just short. It was a great take there by Richard. Just left it short, and it's going to go the other way for Oceanside. Nice little take there. Again, the man-to-man, if you got a nice move, obviously Oceanside really wanting to extend that pressure.
A great spin move.
Yeah, speaking of the Mariners, so their starters, who's handling it there? She gets over the corner to Mackey. That's down low to Ripley. Ripley lowers the shoulder, double team, kicks it out. That one poked away, but Mackey's able to regather. She gets in the paint. Nobody stops her. Richard baseline jumps. Ripley. She knocks it down.
Sweet. Just sweet.
So there's 2 points for Ripley as Winslow finds himself trailing 37-14. Positive signs. It was a nice initial drive. Long three-pointer on the way. Battle for the rebound. Ripley and Pooler coming away with it, though, is Lubier. She left that one short. Lubier. And then you get a tie-up down low as Pooler was on the ground. Coaching staff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a jump ball. I don't know what the question is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So for Oceanside, again, the starters, you've got Aubriana Hoos is out there. Massive, just a brain cramp there. Renee Ripley, Kayla Baines, Grace Mackey, and then Riley Beaudry. Down low, nice move there by Ripley. She had nice seal. Turn around there and draws the foul. And that's just a tough matchup there for
AJ,
Richard.
if you're going to play a 1-2-2 zone, which Winslow is playing, a bottle zone, which the middle is open,
right?
You've got to take away the cross cuts. And right now, they're getting the ball to anybody that just cuts across the middle. You've got to front that cross cutter.
Richard leaves that one off the front rim and out. And again, that's about the only area Oceanside really struggled in. I think started both quarters a little bit slow, but that entry pass into Ripley, they really struggle with. They go to her 2 times in a row there, and there she does a nice job sealing and drawing the foul.
Well, the weak side defense in that zone has got to get to the middle and take away her cut.
Oceanside, see again, just another one of those mental mistakes. Who stepped into the lane ahead of that, so the good free throw is wiped out. So an empty trip, and Who's gets the steal there on the errant pass. She gets tied up there, just lets it go. Rebound saved by Winslow. Winslow's got numbers, so they get moving. Fails across half court, gets cut off there. Good recovery by the Mariners defense. Fails, keeps her dribble, goes down to Pooler's, got some space, collides there, and she's going to pick up the foul as Pooler was all by herself. Baines then just ran into her.
Yeah, and you know, she turned, didn't know whether to shoot it or drive, and got caught up in between.
So going to stay here with Winslow. Lubier inbounding to the left of her own basket. Bounce pass, that's into Hussey. Hussey picks up her dribbles. Her own teammate cut her off, and then an errant pass going to go out of bounds, turnover Black Raiders.
Not a true point guard in there right now, someone that you get the ball to and you just say, we'll go away and let you handle it.
Yeah. And again, very young Winslow team. Who's handling it here? Gets by her defender, cut off at the shoulder. Over to Mackey in the corner. Nothing doing there. Looking for cutters. Instead, she's going to kick it out to Beaudry.
Nice job by
Back
Pooler
down.
inside.
Mackey wide open. That one off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound. Picked up by Baines and put it in.
Just too strong inside. Kayla Baines, first bucket of the night.
And again, that one comes off of going back-to-back to Ripley, able to find that backside opening. And we're going to get a timeout here from Winslow.
And again, if he would simply take off his press breaker, Oceanside would not press. And I think I'm going to go down and tell him that, AJ.
Coach going to go down and coach the second half and leave me here all by myself. Oceanside on top of Winslow, 39-14. Timeout comes with 6:12 here to go in the third quarter, which, of course, gives us a chance to remind you at the end of the game, we will, of course, pick our flagship Cinemas player of the game, which comes with that IOU swag bag as we're putting together some. We got cleaned out for Christmas, so we got to talk to Santa Claus. But comes, of course, in that Central Maine Community College swag bag, the flagship Cinemas ticket, the Score Player of the Game T-shirt, and the Score Player of the Game keychain.
Have you ever had any players fight over that gift or say, I should have been the winner tonight? You have.
Yes, it was. I'm not going to name sport or
okay.
I'm not going to name sport, but I'll tell you it was in China. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
I'm
goodness.
not going to tell you the team. High school sports on the Score is possible because of Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt and Casella Waste, your residential and commercial trash pickup. The thing is, I need to make very clear. We joke about this a lot, but I don't think people take me seriously. The keychain and the T-shirt, nobody gets those but the players. I don't have a T-shirt. I couldn't get a keychain if I wanted one. They're very exclusive. Mackey on this again for three. That one short. Has not been nearly as in fuego she was in the first half. That long rebound goes out of bounds, so Winslow going to get it back.
I don't quite think Oceanside is as focused as when they came out.
And we saw, again, first half, the first and second quarters, they started slow.
You'll see Oceanside start to play more of that bench, I hope.
And I think for both of them, both quarters, we started it was their defense. Once they kind of got rolling on the turnovers, then they got locked in. And here, full court press stolen away. That one comes back out to Who's gets to the paint. Nice gather, nice move. Just couldn't finish. She left it off the side of the rim.
Push it.
Pooler picks it up and gets it quickly to Fails. That one poked, loose, picked up. Turnover Winslow. Not quite. Oceanside couldn't quite get it. Gets to the Fails, and the nice pass as she's able to find easily up for the basket.
Nice
That's
job.
Amara Rue.
Nice job.
And way to keep her head up. As much as anything, right? You find that by just paying attention.
That's exactly right. They kept their head up the floor.
So Winslow gets a bucket there. That makes it 39-16. Oceanside on top. Handling here for the Mariners is Baines. Baines drives down the right side, kicks it out to Poland. Poland backs off. She's double teamed. There's this zone's getting really extended. Who's handles right shoulder, dribbles in the paint, lowers the arm, goes up off the glass. Great take.
What a sweet drive.
Just see there, you talked about it at halftime, Coach, but I think you see there the strength, right? You're not going to challenge her with your body. She's going to go run
even
through
if you do hit her, it's not going to bother her.
She went right through. We got a double team here in the backcourt. Goes over to Fales. She's cut off there. Now back to Neto. Neto has that one knocked down by Mackey. Still loose. That one did make it out of bounds somehow. Tied up here is Lubier. She gets bumped down. I think we're going to get a foul here on Oceanside.
Yeah, good aggressive play.
Push is going to go against Addie Poland of the Mariners. Checking in for the Mariners is Abby Stackpole.
Yep.
Taking a seat as Kayla Baines.
Saw her in the first half.
Hussey putting it in here for Winslow. Pooler comes to get it, goes right back to Hussey. Tough defensive matchup against Who's been a nightmare all night on defense.
She extends. The rest of them won't, but she's bothering the ball handlers.
Who's needs help. Able to kick it in now. They finally swing it back out, trying to reset up the offense. Pooler now picks up her dribble. Whoops. Can't do that. That's a double.
And you know what the problem is that Winslow just doesn't have a three-point shooter that can extend the defense a little bit and be able to drive the hoop. But if you don't have that girl that they respect and can shoot the three, that defense isn't going to pull out.
Who's handles here? She's cut off. Kicks that over to Poland. Three-pointer. Splash.
They have the three-pointers.
Poland absolutely knocked that one down. And again, that's the weak spots, right, of those corners in the zones. If you got someone that can quickly release, you'll get some good looks. And
nice job.
Oceanside's done a nice job of that tonight. Quickly down the other side. That one's on the way. Maybe a little unconventional, but doesn't matter as long as it goes down, and Rue puts that one in.
And that's 4 points for Amanda in this third period.
And I think 4 straight for her.
Yeah.
So Oceanside up 44-18. They run the weave here at the top. Stackpole handles it over to Who's on the right side. Drives in, cut off there by Cooler. Tries to kick it back out to Mackey. Mackey down to Who's. A little bit of congestion here for the Oceanside offense. I think we're getting a push here against Pooler.
Yes. And you know, you want her to push. I'm telling you, you want her to push. That's a good foul.
Substitutions. Fails back in for the Winslow Black Raiders. Lily Stackpole in for the Mariners, as Ripley takes a seat and Pooler takes a seat. So both the bigs. Into Stackpole, it's Addie. Tries to get it down low to Who's. Who's does a nice job gathering, keeps her. Wow. She kept that one alive and was able to get it up off the butt of the rim.
And that's 17 points for Who's.
She just doesn't, she's green light. She doesn't know how to quit. She'll stop when you take her out of the game. That one, an errant pass, and Rue can't quite keep that in bounds. It goes out of bounds, so another Winslow turnover here. And this is what we saw.
Yeah.
Oceanside for 3 straight quarters has started slow. They get their defense going, and then the ball just rolls downhill. Skip passes from Mackey from Rue, Who's at half court. Now she goes in the paint.
Nice
that
block.
one blocked by Rue, but Who's tracks it down. Out to Mackey, three-pointer on the way. Ring it up.
You know, Mackey has got a great three-point shot, and that's her 5th three of the game.
I like more than anything, she's got a quick release.
She steps back, and she's straight as an arrow, gets the elbow pointed at the rim. She's got a great-looking shot.
That makes it 49-18. Neto not guarding the corner, does a nice drop driving. Floater's just a little bit too strong. Who's picks up the rebound quickly, gets out in a transition. Trying to get that up to Lily Stackpole. It was deflected, and Stackpole, though, the last to touch it, so it's going to go back to the Black Raiders. Some wholesale changes here for the Mariners as Beaudry, Ripley check back in, and then Baines checks back in as Mackey, Poland check out. And I missed who the other one was. Who's checks out, I think, for the first time. Fails cut off in the backcourt, keeps the dribble alive, gets across half court. Now she's got the right shoulder.
I don't think we'll see her again, AJ. I think that's it for her night.
Might be. Loose ball there, picked up by Rue at the shoulder. She's going to draw a bump here as the pressure's extended there by Abby Stackpole.
Well, Rue's come into the ball game, done a lot of nice things. You know, Winslow this second half is doing a lot of nice things. They really are.
Yeah, got a couple shots. Doing a little bit better, I think, handling the pressure. There's definitely, I feel like, panic. Felt the sense of panic in the second quarter specifically.
That's right.
So come out and get it as Fails at the timeline.
You know, they are breathing while they're playing.
Deep three. That one short. Rebound comes to Rue. Thinks about putting it back. It's cut off, though. She'll take it out. Picks up her dribble. Needs help. That one poked away. Now breakout here for Beaudry. She's all by herself, lays it up off the glass and in.
Riley Beaudry, her first two.
Problem, you pick up that dribble, you telegraph, obviously you got to throw it.
Everybody gets up in a passing lane in defending.
In general, but this Oceanside team, they're just so aggressive. So that one knocked out of bounds, going to stay with Winslow. Ripley takes a seat. Baines takes a seat. Checking in is Maya Young and then Charlotte Quinn, both sophomores, their first appearances tonight. Fales gets it in on her own baseline, tries to reverse. They're going to get a foul here against Lily Stack.
And the Oceanside coach doesn't like the touch foul, but if you take the press off, he wouldn't have the touch foul. He's up 33.
So Winslow inbounded again, 51-18, Oceanside over the Black Raiders, 1:52 to go here in the third. Hussey trying to inbound here, looking for Fales in front of her, has to get rid of it, got to watch the 5. There it is.
And credit the defense. I mean, you've got a lot of subs in for Oceanside right now, but they're playing great defense.
So that gives the turnover against Winslow. Ball goes back to Oceanside with 1:52 here to go in the third. Inbounding is Lily Stackpole. Gets it out to Beaudry at the top of the key, goes down low to the Addie Stackpole. Now they pop it back out in the corner. That one, maybe through the contact, definitely got touched. That's going to be last off Winslow there as it was knocked away. As Abby Stackpole was trying to grab the rebound, but I think you give her a block there, I believe, to, I think it was Rue.
Yeah. Nice pass.
Nice down low pass, muscling it up off the glass. That was Abby Stackpole. Just again, they see the difference in some physical strength for this Oceanside team.
The base that they're playing off, their lower bodies are so strong.
Winslow here in the front court. Hussey handles it going over to the right side to Rue. Rue gets a screen there, gets the top of the key. Fales, has it for a second, fakes, drives in the paint. Tough floater through contact. She's going to go to the line.
Emma Fales found that seam, and again, we've said before, she has no worry about getting hit. Nice take to the hoop.
So she will go to the line for 2. Clock stopped with 1:17 here in the third. 53-18, Oceanside on top. Mariners continuing a strong season. Fales puts that one in. And Mike and I talk about that Meslonsky program, the girls program, program stuffing, and one of the is struggling, as Fales puts that one in. And one of the things we talk about, right, is just starting to find foundational pieces. They have a point guard, Addie Hafford, for them, is a really nice post game. And so just starting to develop a piece at a time so you can sort of build an identity. Timeout Oceanside. That stops the clock with 1:06. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But yeah, that's, I think what you're trying to do, you're playing all these freshmen, right? And so you want to find, you want a ball handler, a shooter. And if you can start to find those pieces, right, then you can sort of build a foundational offensive identity and work out from there.
It's a fine line, though, because you can't let them get demoralized. You got to want them to play basketball.
Right.
And sometimes you see programs where that just doesn't happen. And some of the better players who are coming up don't like basketball anymore because they don't have anybody playing with them. So you need the numbers. You need the numbers because you never know as a sixth grader which one of those kids might be the star. So you got to get them all to have fun and want to play.
I'm in at the high school level. That's what you're looking for is these foundational pieces to build an identity.
But AAU is cutting the number of players who play and want to continue play a year round.
Oceanside handles the ball. A minute left here to go in the third. That's a tough pass as Beaudry grabs that. They try to go down low to Quinn. Knocked away. Quinn's able to recover, though. That is an errant pass that Beaudry's able to track down just shy of half court. Now they go down to Quinn again on the right block. She collapsed by Hussey, pokes it out of bounds, but last off of Winslow, so Oceanside will inbound it again.
And Catherine Wall is playing good defense inside. Great defensive position.
Trying to inbound is Abby Stackpole. She gets it in. She gets open on the corner. Pop out. That one just off the side of the rim. Rebound gathered up there by Lily Stackpole. She's going to pull it out as they set it back up. 35 seconds. Nice backdoor pass to Stackpole. Stackpole to Stackpole for 2.
They'll talk about that at home.
Oh, believe me, if I played on a team with my brother, it'd just be a competition between him and I.
Who gets the ball and who gets the shot?
Wouldn't matter who was out there. Nice drive by Fail. She lays it up and in. Starting to find some space there, works through another seam and kisses it up off the glass.
Playing against kids that she can play against, and you're telling these freshmen from Winslow are going to be good players.
That makes, we got 3 seconds left here. Oceanside down low to Stackpole. That one gets blocked. Root picks up the rebound, and that is how the third quarter will come to its end. At the end of 3, Oceanside is on top 55-22. We will be back with the fourth quarter in just a few seconds. You're listening and watching high school basketball on The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Time for your third quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. When Oceanside starting to set some of their players there in the game. And Winslow starting to adjust. Again, I thought even before that did a nice job coming out a little bit more patient, especially against the press.
They were doing the right things, but I think just physically, AJ, we've talked about this and don't want to harp on it, but just physically it's hard to do when you're playing against stronger players.
That is the third quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Great take there by Winslow. Unfortunately, up off the glass too strong. Quickly the other way. Who's had a great pass for Mackey, who just, I think, took her eyes off of it. And it goes up off her fingertips and out of bounds, so turnover on the Mariners.
And I am very surprised that Hoos is back in the game.
And not a big roster for Oceanside, but I'm with you. Winslow has the ball back after the Oceanside turnover. Bounce pass down low to Lubier, trying to get it to Richard, but Richard couldn't quite grab it. Ended up sitting on top of it is Hoos, and that was enough to get the jump ball, and it's going to go back the other way.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing the right things. There's a good internal pass. It was a bounce pass. They did the right thing, threw it away from the defensive pressure.
Hoos has that one poked away, has to gather up, picks up her dribble, skip pass over to Baines as the starters all back out there for the Mariners. Hoos on the right shoulder, dribbles, stops at the free throw line, cut off there. Down
nice
low,
pass.
Ripley all by herself lays it in.
Great pass.
Ripley all by herself.
And that's 9 points for Renee.
I tell you, who's I think going to be flirting specifically with setting up Mackey with a double-double with assists.
This to come out and play a 1-3-1 trapping zone up 35 points is going to someday catch up with you.
That one step out of bounds, turnover Winslow. So it's going to go back to the Mariners, up 57-22 with just under 7 minutes here to go in this fourth quarter. Hoos brings it up. She goes around her defender into the paint, not cut off there, up off the glass, tough shot, and she lays it in.
19 points for Aubrey.
So Adriana Hoos having an offensive output here. Quick pass, jump shot, just a little bit too strong. Winslow recovers. Fortunately, couldn't get it up, and that one's blocked, but rebound there by Richard. So Winslow gets to reset the offense.
Oh.
Collision there. There's a whole bunch of players running into each other.
She should get 6 shots for that.
Going to see here is Hoos just runs over Pooler, and then Beaudry not seeing it, just ends up falling on all of them.
And did they call it on the block? I'm not sure.
He said 12, right?
Yeah.
How do you call it on 12? He had to be wrong. 12 wasn't involved in the play. It had to be 11. It had to be Hoos. She ran over the screen.
Yeah.
Fails, gets it inbound, drives in, stops there. And nothing doing. A nice over-aggressive defense lets Richard get to the free throw line off the side of the rim. Hoos picks it up and then dribbles it off her foot.
Again, Oceanside with a big lead with their starters in.
So Fail's going to inbound it here for the Black Raiders. Needs somebody to get open. Skip pass out to Ryu. Over to Pooler. Tries to drive right side against Baines. Lowers the shoulder. Mackey comes down and cuts that one off. Steals it away. Mackey on the top side double team. Kicks it over to Hoos. Right shoulder three. Thought about it. Kicks it over corner. Better look. Beaudry for three. Short. Hoos gets a rebound. Can't get it. That one's too strong off the glass. Ripley gathers it. Can't keep it controlled. And Winslow's able to save it from going out of bounds. Fails, though. Immediately double team. Nice pass in there by Winslow. Trying to get it up to Pooler. Has to gather there. Drops it back off to Richard, who gets the and one. Count it.
Great play right there. And there's a highlight film for us tonight. Great pass by Pooler. The skip pass inside and the layup by Richard.
That was a nice job breaking that press. And again, just keeping the ball moving.
Yeah.
And Winslow's, I think, issues in the first half is they were, especially again in the second quarter, were struggling, and then they'd get past half court and kind of panic with that double team there.
Yep.
You move the ball. Ball moves faster than the feet. It was a nice job there. Richard gets the and one out of it, and she converts.
You've seen very few closely guarded 5-second calls.
Right.
I mean, take your time and don't throw it away.
That one kicked over to the corner. It's going to pop back out as they swing it around. Mackey had the shoulder three, not open there. Hits a cutting. Ripley goes up with a floater, in and out. She chases down her own rebound and draws the foul.
You know, it's almost too easy for them right now to make one pass, slide inside, get the ball, and an uncontested layup.
And again, I think you see, we talked about that. I was struggling to find the right word as I just was. And again, Ripley's not overly big, but she plays like a big.
Yeah.
And that's what you see it there. That was a great shot, a little too strong. She followed the rebound as she converts the free throw there.
I'll tell you what, I'll bet she played a lot bigger when she played against Camden because she is an animal.
Again, I'm looking forward to that Lawrence game. That one's short. Mackey picks up the rebound, trying to get through the double team. She gets tied up. Nope, they're going to call the foul against Richard.
Yeah, you won't see the same team here. This team, this Oceanside team is very athletic, and you'll see some things. But Lawrence is the same way. That's a big-time game.
Such a good game.
Yeah.
That one, again, we'll have for you Monday. Make sure you subscribe to Central
That's
Maine
at
Sports.
Lawrence, right,
It
AJ?
is at Lawrence.
Yeah. Has to be.
Mackey puts that one in.
19 for Gracie.
That makes her tied with Who's, right?
Yep.
Both tied at 19.
Yep.
Mackey tucks that one under her chin, gets it up, it rattles it in. That gives her 20.
And she's only a sophomore.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
Richards handles the ball here, doesn't like what she sees. Who's pokes that away, but fails able to regather. A little bit of an unsettled situation. Nice recovery there from the Mariners. Hudsey's got it down in the left corner. She's double teamed, now dribbles, able to get out of it. Cut off there by Who's. Who's gets called for the foul. Who's swatting at it there, as you'll see here on the Mid-State Machine instant replay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she has a complaint, but I think the thing is when you're up 62-25, I think the ref's going to be a little bit less forgiving.
You know, when you have players like Grace Mackey for Oceanside, coaches don't have high blood pressure. They just don't have high blood pressure.
We'll see again. Two teams, I think, that are expected to win state championships in their class Monday. That Mackey knocks that one back down. Nice job picking it back up by Richard. Over to Fail. She'll take the deep three. That one off the butt of the rim. Rebound picked up there by Beaudry.
God bless her. She shot the three. I like it.
Skip pass up to Who's in the front court. Dribbles it off her foot. Fails, picks it up. She's got nowhere to go as Oceanside does a good job getting back.
Good decision.
Hussey had it for a second. Gets tied up there. We're going to get a reach in on Baines.
You see, with your starters in for Oceanside, this does not do them much good right here. I mean, this is when injuries happen. This is when you pick up
bad
habits. And, you know, this is oftentimes when coaches get upset with each other. AJ?
Yeah, I can see it. So Winslow inbounds here, 4:29 to go on this one. Oceanside 62, Winslow 25. Hussey inbounding, looking for someone to get open. Fails, pops to the corner. 5. Yeah. And it just seems like Winslow just doesn't get the movement going right away.
Well, they're trying to set screens, but Oceanside just busts through them. I mean, they just lower their shoulder and get over the screens.
Who's crossover there, gets to the paint, has it knocked away. She tries to dive down. I think she's going to recover enough to force a jump ball, and is. Again, this is to your point, Coach. I think her just kind of having the green light, getting a little over-aggressive, getting sloppy.
Honestly, when they came out on the floor, I thought they looked at this like a scrimmage. They have not played with a great deal of intensity.
Rue pops that quick jumper. That one's a little bit too strong. Trying to fight for the rebound is Beaudry and Hussey. They say last off Beaudry is going to stay with the Black Raiders.
And again, I like the inside play right now by the big kids for Winslow. Pooler is doing a nice job.
Bounce pass into Pooler. She's double teamed, tries to create space. That one short off the front rim, and it's picked up there by Ripley.
But you can see her confidence coming. I mean, she turns and with an idea that she wants to score.
That one kicked over to Who. She'll let go of the right shoulder three off the back of the rim. Ryu picks up the rebound, poked away by Ripley. Ripley just tears that away, goes up with it too strong. Offensive rebound again, Oceanside. Mackey shoulder three, too strong. A long rebound pops out. Hughes tracks it down, goes along the baseline, gets into the paint. And now she's going to dribble it out here, and they're going to reset up the offense. Swinging around to Mackey on the shoulder. Mackey spins at the free throw line over to Hughes, gets a cut there. She pulls it back out to the top of the key. Now she's at the timeline, guarded by Fails, tries to lower the shoulder, runs completely over Pooler.
Oh, my goodness.
Take a look at the mid-state machine answer replay because that's not what I thought that was going to be.
No, and Pooler does what she's taught and what the referees need to award. She's definitely planted. It's definitely a charge. Disregard the call.
Yeah, that 100% player control foul.
Yeah, yep.
As Pooler, to show you again here, is we're going to get free throws. Pooler, it's not even a question of it being set. Pooler doesn't move. Hughes runs her over.
Yeah, Pooler blew by her defender. I mean, Pooler was just standing there waiting for the drive and got run over.
So as it stands, Hughes goes to the free throw line. She hits the first. Second one coming.
And Hughes and Mackey now both have 20.
Let's see, now they're trying to trade back and forth because we do have to pick our flagship Cinemas player of the game, and they're trying to make their case for it. She converts that one, give her 21. Substitutions here, as I imagine whose day now finally done. Is checking in is Lily Stackpole for her. It's Stackpole, Poland, Quinn, and Young for the Mariners.
Nice drive.
Nice drive there. Too strong off the glass. That was a great take by Richard. Just couldn't convert. Poland comes out of the pack with it. Skip pass. No reason for that cross-court pass. Oceanside avoids disaster, though. Dropping down low to Quinn. That one, Quinn, I think, might have been deflected or redirected, at least for sure. And that one goes out of bounds, and it going to go back to Winslow.
Credit the Winslow defense. Hands are in the air, trying to get the hands up into a shooting position as well.
64-25, Oceanside. Been in control of this one the whole way. Neto handling here. Neto hands it off to Richard at the left shoulder. Richard crossover there, finds some space. Nice gathered. That one she converts.
Been impressed with her in this fourth period. Bailey Richard with her 5th point of the 4th period.
She had a nice drive before that, just too strong up off the glass, makes the adjustment there to convert. Poland loses the ball, comes back to grab it.
I like this Lubier kid. She's all over the court defensively for Winslow, and I like that style.
Look, I'm starting a basketball team. I need someone with some edge. I want someone with some edge.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Need some grit.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a loose ball, she's on the floor.
I want someone to set a tone.
Yep.
So substitutions here for Winslow. 2:28 left in this one. Checking back in, Silver Picard. And then also checking in Grace Melvin as Neto and Hussey take a seat for Winslow.
You know, and Lubier's, she's only a sophomore, but there's a girl who has some upper body strength, and it doesn't affect her as much.
Handling the ball here is Richard again. Drives, gets in that zone, kicks it over to Lubier. Takes a nice drop. Floater's short, though. She fights for the rebound.
Look at Lubier.
Tie up there, and again, that's that edge you're talking about. Starting a team, you want someone with a little grit.
She offensively rebound from the timeline to under the hoop. She went right after it. Loved it.
Richard takes a seat. Nice job ball handling there. A couple nice drives for her. Ball goes back to Oceanside on the jump balls. We've got 2:11 left in this one. Poland handles. She's going to go over to Lily Stackpole. Again, 2 Stackpoles in for Oceanside. She's guarded closely by Melvin. Got to be close to a 5. Poland comes and gets it. Poland double team there. Guarded closely again by Lubier. That one over to Addie Stackpole. She's cut up by a double team. And we're going to get a push here against Winslow.
Yeah. And again, you credit the Winslow defense. They're trying to play aggressive. Catherine Wall got up into a closely guarded position, did what she's supposed to do.
That 5th foul or bonus foul for Oceanside, so they're going to shoot free throws. Going to the line, Abby Stackpole, the sophomore. Splashes out. I'll tell you what, this Oceanside team shoots free throws well.
You know what? They all look the same, don't they? Their shooting form is all
fair.
the same.
No, that's a good call. I would completely agree with that.
You know, they all look the same.
That one rolls over the front rim, hits off the back, and drops. Abby Stackpole puts in 2 more for Oceanside, 66-27. Nato now doing some ball handling for Winslow. Comes up the left side, free throw line, cut off there, kicks it out, trying to find Wall. That was a little bit of an errant pass. Wall tracks it back down. Now handling at the top is Picard. She hands off to Neto. As unable to get up, as getting run over there was Young, who then hit the deck a second time. Oceanside, again, nice defense as Neto pulls it back out to the timeline.
She's saying, I don't want to play this defense. This is risky.
She dribbles herself into a three-pointer. That's an air ball. Rebound there grabbed by Abby Stackpole. Has it knocked away by Melvin, but it's going to stick with Oceanside.
Yep. Yeah, this Oceanside team is certainly a fun one to watch, and AJ, you're going to have a good one.
You imagine what Folsom Gym's going to look like for that game? They're going to be hanging from the rafters.
It's going to be like Cindy Blodgett suiting up again.
That is going to be nuts. Three-point opportunity here. That one air ball. That one caught everybody off guard. Bounces off of Quinn last, so it's going to go back to Winslow.
I like Grace Melvin and Elena Wade in the ball game for Winslow right now. They go to rebound with authority.
Neto handling the ball here. Dribbles over the left side, gets a screen from Wade, and it's going to be an illegal screen. And I think the problem is you got to have a moment of being set.
Yeah, and he's telling the coach that, but at the same time, the coach is trying to tell her to be aggressive. And
that problem, as you see on the mid-state machine in replay, I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
She just didn't get set, didn't have an opportunity to set. And let's be fair. Fouls on Wade. Sometimes it's also on the ball handler. You got to give a chance for your screener to get set.
Yeah. No, she came up right behind. They did not have the ability to turn and avoid the hit.
45 seconds left in this one. Poland dribbles down to the right baseline, gets around her defender, kicks it over the corner. Young, a little bit surprised by that one, nearly throws it away, but Lily Stackpole able to regather. Stackpole picks up a screen, bumps into Melvin. Melvin's going to get the foul.
I think he might have called a charge. No, he didn't.
That problem is Melvin, I think, was waiting for the contact, but had her arm extended.
She had her arms out and restricting the ball movement.
So free throws here for Oceanside. That one rolls off the front end and kicks off the butt. No good for Lily Stackpole.
She's a southpaw.
Don't see too many of those.
No, you don't. And they're usually great free throw shooters.
You jinxed her. That one's missed. The exact same thing, too. Rolled over the front, off the back, and out.
That's my fault.
That one's on coach.
Lily, that's my fault.
0 for 2 trip for Lily Stackpole. 24 seconds left in this one. Nitto gets down the left side. High floater off the glass.
Nice.
Count it. Nice little take there. Tough shot. I don't know if she could see the glass from that defense with his hands up, but she's able to throw that up and in.
Nato is 7 points. She's had a nice night.
And Oceanside just going to dribble this one out. So Oceanside continues their strong season as the final here is going to be 66-29. We will, of course, tell you all the stats, run through the highlights, and, of course, pick our flagship cinema player of the game when we return. High school basketball on The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day one. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Hey, Jeanette, Coach Coughlin here with you in Winslow, where this one never in doubt. Oceanside gets the win 66-29. And, of course, time for our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, comfortably in front. I think the only real question in that fourth quarter, Oceanside still playing the starters. Not a big roster, I guess, but a little bit surprised that they were still playing the starters. But never in doubt, again, just two programs on two completely different trajectories at this point in time, and it played out that way again by the final score, as you can see. And, of course, that is your fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. So all that said, Coach, let us run down the number and show the highlights from this one.
Yeah, as you're doing that, AJ, this Oceanside team is a good one, as you said. They've got all phases of the game. They shoot well. They play great defense. But most importantly, if you're a defending state champion, you come into a gym, you've just got that confidence, that aura about you
doesn't hurt.
That goes a long, long way. And tonight they were led by Gracie Mackey with 21 points. Great, outstanding all-around play by her. Aubrey Hoos with Aubrey had 20 points, and Renee Ripley tucked in 10. Abby Stackpole off the bench with 8. Addie Poland with 3, and Riley Beaudry with 2 for a total of 66. The Winslow team will continue to get better. Time will tell if they continue to put the time in. They're doing the right things, and they're going to have some maturity, and they'll get stronger. They were led by Tenley Nadeau, who came in and scored 7 points. Natalie Hussey was 6. Bailey Richard with 5. Emma Fales with 5. Amara Rio with 2. And Isabella Lubier, who gets my Defensive Player Award of the game, which isn't anything but a compliment. She finished with 2, and Silver Picard with 2 for a total of 29.
And again, I think a difference in this Winslow team, super young, 7 freshmen on the varsity roster, as opposed to obviously talking about the Oceanside team. A lot of seniors, and then those seniors have not only obviously been seniors, but they've played a ton of games, 4 straight state championships for this Mariners team. They've won 3 of them. Again, as I joked, they are now 9-2. They've lost as many games this season as they had lost in the previous 4 seasons.
Yeah, and they're ranked 4th And you figure, I mean, you know that they're probably, if not the best team in that division, maybe one of the top two.
As I say, I'm partial to Lawrence. Again, a newbie. I see a lot more of Lawrence than obviously we get to Rockland and all that. But it would not be a stretch, and I think probably rightfully so, given what they've done. They're both right there to say that when it comes to girls basketball, this Oceanside team probably the premier girls high school basketball team in the state.
Camden would take issue with that. Their neighbor down on the coast, Camden may have the best athletes. And now they've split on the season. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Camden and Oceanside meet in that final.
Well, we'll see how that shakes out. That being said, obviously, we've got a very good one next Monday. But before we get to that, of course, we've got to pick our flagship cinema player of the game, and, of course, 2 big-time scores tonight, but it's hard to argue that it shouldn't be Aubriana Hoos, given the fact that not only did she nearly have the game high in points, she also played really good defense, and a lot of what, not a lot, but a good chunk of what Mackey did, Hoos set up as well, and she just kind of set the tone. And just, she's the type of player, she's out there, it's 100%. There's not an off switch.
She sets the tempo for the rest of the players. Yes. She really does.
So she is, of course, our flagship cinema's player of the game, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Congratulations to her. And as we told you, talking about big-time game, again, jokingly said that I'm partial to Lawrence. Well, we'll figure it out this year, because that is one of the games we have coming up next Monday. Lawrence will host this Oceanside team in Folsom Gym. That's going to be a heck of a ball game. But, of course, before we get there, a couple other ones. We've got Meslonsky at Coney boys hockey. That's in the Ice Vault Thursday at 8:40. That's our next game.
That's a good one.
Talking about a good game. That is a B North potential region finals matchup right now.
If you're going, get there early or stay home and watch it with you folks.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. And then we've got girls hockey on Saturday, Biddeford against the Winslow Black Tigers. Of course, check out CentralMainSports.com, 1160thescore.com for our schedule of social media under the same names, and, of course, Central Maine Sports on YouTube. That's going to do it for us here. Thanks to Alan, who is running our scoreboard. Thanks to Ashley, who's running the camera. For Coach Coughlin, I'm AJ Knight. Again, wishing Mike a speedy recovery. Hope to have him back Thursday. But the final score here, Oceanside 66, Winslow 29. Thanks for listening and watching High School Sports on The Score.
You've been listening to a high school sports presentation on The Score, brought to you by these great local sponsors: Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Keep posted on what's coming up. Live video and audio of girls and boys high school hockey and basketball. All available at CentralMainSports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. The place for local sports is Sports Radio 1160, The Score.